candy white and energetic orange paint, 20-inch wheels, and a 0 to 60 in 5.5 seconds. This is the fully electric 2025 VW ID.Buzz first edition. We have it here at Volkswagen Brandon in Florida. Let's check this thing out. What's good, guys? Welcome back to Ron's Rides. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video where we have a first edition Buzz behind me here today. The fully electric phenomenon, the Buzz is back and it's fully electric for the 2025 model year. And we had to check this thing out in beautiful candy white and energetic orange, dual interior, 20-inch wheels, all the technology and space you guys are going to want and love out of an electric vehicle for the 2025 model year. And of course, that performance is there. We'll break it all down, options, spec, features, pricing here at Volkswagen Brandon in Florida. Let's get to it. Now again, biggest shout out to Volkswagen Brandon here in Florida for letting me take a spin around this ID.Buzz first edition. Now, if you guys want this model or any other model they have here in their lineup, well, make sure you guys check the link down in the description below for Volkswagen Brandon's website link and their phone number so you guys can give them a call and get one of these beauties off of this lot and into your driveway on the road today. Now, if you're wondering if we have a front, well, not necessarily, but we got tons of space we'll go over in the rear. But we do have an opening for the front of the ID.Buzz. Good for your electronic and reservoirs, so you guys can see a couple of caps here, like the cap there or the cap there. That's obviously going to be for the windshield washer fluid and everything like that. But since we have this open, well, let's talk about performance specs, because even though the original Buzz, well, that had the engine in the rear, I still want to talk about engine stuff or powertrain stuff when it comes to this model, because we are looking at a all-wheel drive setup when it comes to the first edition, and you get a front induction AC fully electric motor at 107 horsepower, 99 pound-feet of torque, with a rear motor with a permanent magnet synchronous AC 282 horsepower, 413 pound-feet of torque. So to combine that is 335 horsepower and 512 pound-feet of torque. Now with this 91 kilowatt battery and 11 kilowatt onboard charger, we also got a special charger we'll talk about in just a moment. But when it comes to this whole powertrain, the transmission is front and rear direct drive. It's going to rocket you in this all-wheel drive version from 0 to 60 in 5.5 seconds with a quarter mile time in 14.2 seconds, a 0 to 100 time in 16.3 seconds, and a top speed limited to 101 miles per hour. And of course, once we mention those dimensions, we're looking at a total wheelbase for the Buzz at 131.1 inches, with a length at 195.4 inches, a width at 78.1 inches, and a height at 76.2 inches, with an overall curb weight of 6,174 pounds. Now, let me tell you guys a little bit about the first edition and what makes it special and the first edition itself, because you get things like the 20-inch wheel standard, you get things like the power lift gate, heated side mirrors, fixed laminated glass sunroof, things like that. But you also get the technology Discover Pro Max touchscreen with navigation, Harman Kardon premium sound system, the App Connect with smartphone integration, and in-vehicle Wi-Fi with the QI wireless charging. Now you'll also get things like the first edition badge, heat reflecting windshield, the flexible adjustable storage system, and the area view overhead camera with hands-free sliding doors, and the rear liftgate, and of course what you see here, the two-tone exterior color. Yes, we have candy white and energetic orange here today on this first edition, looking very Florida. All right, this is a perfect spec. Florida oranges spec. I mean, this looks good. Now with that said, first things first, you guys are going to notice the moniker here, the VW logo front and center, gives very ID4 vibes when it comes to this top layer, when it comes to the candy white section. The LED light bar, which you will see illuminated very shortly, is going to flow right over to this IQ lighting, and you'll see the switchback turn signal with the bright white and amber look. You guys will see the high beams and low beams. It looks phenomenal when it's not even lit. All right, when it's illuminated, it's going to look even better. I love the housing of this. I love the styling of this. It definitely gives an eyeball look, and it definitely gives a very technological look when it comes to overall styling. Now, with that said, pointing to the lower half, well, it's the EV, so you don't need much, but you do have your sensors and cameras. So you see the camera right there, sensor right there, and also you will also see a sensor on this side as well. This is tow hook here. Now, with that said, you also have your radar right here, and then Functional feed-through when it comes to the grille. I love how the grille is integrated into the bumper, so it's not a different color, it's not a different material. It is literally the bumper mixed in, you know, kind of like diamond plated to a grille, which looks really cool. And then the black inserts where the technology is housed with the side blades right there. Functional feed-through. It is all fine and dandy when it comes to the front profile and the fascia of the VW ID.Buzz. Now the side profile of the Buzz is so modern day retro, it is awesome. And the first edition will give you first edition 20-inch alloy wheels, as you guys can see, with the aluminum inners and the white walls with the Continental Pro Contact tires. This is just a perfect fit for this Buzz. Now keep in mind that we do have the energetic orange when it comes to the lower half, but with this first edition, we get the candy white uppers. You will see the reflector right here on the front fender, all right, with the IQ lighting, and you will see that the A-pillar here is completely clear for visibility because of the glass there. I mean, that makes the most sense. Why fill this in where you can make it glass and you can actually help when it comes to safety? Now you do have gloss black mirror caps, and then you have the energetic orange door handles, candy white when it comes to the uppers. Again, we have the glass here when it comes to our whole window setup, but the window cutout is actually right here. I'll show you that in just a moment, and you guys won't be able to see it, but we have electrochromatic smart glass when it comes to the panoramic roof. Once we get inside, you guys will be able to see that a lot better, but you can kind of see it from up top there, but I'll show you guys how that works on the inside. Now, when it comes to the first edition, we got the first edition badging, and we have the horizontal moniker here that looks like ventilation when it comes to extraction of air. Now, why would they put that back here? Why is it Fox? Well, it's a homage to the old bus, where the bus had actually the engine in the rear, and they needed this for ventilation, so these were functional when it came to these horizontal slats. So, as a homage, they put the first edition badging there as well with that. And then you guys will see some of the IQ lighting from the rear tail lamp bar makes its way to the side profile, just like up front. You guys will see the reflector there with IQ light front and center. Really cool how they did this whole design here. It just goes all the way through. It's just a cool look. You get around this thing, it's a conversation piece because it's like a work of art. And again, it's still the same kind of Buzz that you're used to, but at the same time, it's completely different. It's hard to really explain. You just have to see one in person. Now, the rear of the Buzz has just as much road presence as the rest because, wow. First things first, the thing you're gonna notice right in front of you is that big black and white VW logo with the ID.Buzz in white. I'm so glad they did it in white. It just fits that overall retro vibe. Then with the candy white top and the integrated third brake light, it's just a whole vibe, right? The light bar separating the two colors is even cooler with that LED IQ lighting, which again, we will see illuminated very shortly. That wraps all the way around the side of the vehicle as we saw, looking gorgeous. Now, this is so clean on the back because there's nothing else they need to put. It's the ID.Buzz. They have the first edition on the C-pillars. So with that said, the vertical reflectors with the integrated sensors in the bumper throughout as well. I mean, it's a pretty cool look. And then you have like a Fox look when it comes to this plastic cladding where exhaust tips would be, but again, they have the cladding there. It might be protection for underbody or anything like that, but for the most part, this is really clean when it comes to the rear of the Buzz. I am not mad at this flavor at all. Now I'm going to show you guys what I told you earlier, why not to be too afraid of the ID.Buzz not having a frunk, because there's tons of cargo space, trunk space, whatever you want to call it, it is here in the ID.Buzz. Now we have the rear seats folded down. That third row, 50-50 split, is folded down, but you can fold it up 50% or fold it down at the same time, however you would like it. But as you see it right now, well, this is 76 cubic feet of space, which is a ton. If I were to fold up the third row, we're still at 19 cubic feet of space, and we got extra storage down there because, well, this is the first edition. We got those shelves. Now, with that said, if I were to fold down these third rows and the 60-40 split on the second row and fold that down completely, you are looking at 146 cubic feet of space in this Buzz. You can fit a whole living room back here. It's crazy. All right, maybe not that much, but you see what I'm saying. It is tons of space. There is tons of practicality back here. You are not going to use all of this at once, I guarantee you. Now, with that said, we do have the third row folded down, so I will show you the paneling for the third row because you do have a speaker grill here. You got the little Buzz back there, Easter egg. Right there on these soft touches for the armrest. All right, that orange moniker throughout in this Dune interior with the USB-C on this side. And you also have a little cup holder up there as well. Same on this side. the little ID.Buzz back there, all right, but no speaker grill back here. Then you have the USB-C plug-in and a cup holder here. So only the speaker grill being on that side there. Now, keep in mind, we do have our charger back here. We got roof rails. All right, I'm gonna kind of push this to the side because you can take this whole thing out. All right, I can't do it with my one hand, but you can take this whole thing out. We'll get to that in just a moment. You do also have the 12 volt here for your lighter. Little hook here as well. Push that in. I mean, this is tons of surprises, tons of surprises. Lift this up. You guys will see we got extra underfloor storage here, which is just really cool how they have this partition. But yeah, all this comes out. All right, so I mean, it's easy. And I say easy because I can't do it with one hand, but it's simple enough if you're using both hands. Now, we do have a front plate kit. We don't need a front plate here in Florida, so we don't need to worry about that. Got extra storage bags. These storage bags are like little totes, little cubicles that will go underneath here. When they're folded out, both of them will fit underneath the floor, and you'll be able to close the floor flat. But you can see that there's handle to pull the seats and everything like that. It's cool. And then you have the bag for your charger here as well. You put that in, and our charger is up here. All right, so you can put the charger in there. They also double it as a trash bag, however you really want to use it, but I would put the charger in there, keep it safe. Close that up. I mean, what more is there to say? You can look up top because you do have a strap to pull this down, but you don't really need to use that because right here with our LED lights, we also have a power close to get this full thing down. What more can you ask for? Now let's talk about always the elephant in the room, and that's charging, right? Don't be afraid. 231 miles when it comes to this fully electric range. Now, keep in mind, we do have an MPGe of 80 for combined, 87 for the city, and 74 for the highway. But again, 230 miles on a full battery charge. Now, keep in mind that you can also go 190 miles on highway driving, so a little bit less, but that's because you're going at a faster speed. Also, let's talk about charging here because we actually optioned this with a 2-in-1 charger, 240 volt and 120 volt. This is going to help you when it comes to some charging. But what are the figures? Well, with this 91 kilowatt battery, and we got fast charging capabilities, we're looking at, again, the 231 miles of range because this is an all-wheel drive 4Motion. If it was a rear-wheel drive, it would be 234, so not much of a difference. Now, with that said, this is up to 170 kilowatts from the DC fast charger, and again, we talked about that 11 kilowatt charger that's in the rear already with us. Now, the DC fast charger can charge from 10 to 80% in around 30 minutes. The AC charger from empty to full is around 7.5 hours, so that's something you put on at the house when you go to bed. Now, the home wall box can charge full in around 12 hours. All right, so that's if you just plug it into a regular outlet at home, then it's going to be around 12 hours. The 3-pin, that trickle charges overnight, but only 7 miles of range per hour. So that's what I'm saying. It's going to take you around 12 hours to do everything in full. Now, with that said, this is a Type 2 and CCS sockets. They're located here. And when you precondition the battery, well, it helps it recharge based on the temperature of the battery in the car. So if it's warmed up and preconditioned, that helps it charge better when it comes to the overall setup. And route planning can suggest and search for Electrify American chargers so you can get to these destinations precondition the battery and be ready to go. And as promised, I gotta show you guys the illumination when it comes to the high beams, the low beams, the IQ lighting, these switchback turn signals. It is all here when it comes to the ID.Buzz. Check that out. Looking beautiful with the amber reflectors and the mirror caps, and then the IQ light tail lamp bar. You can see it from the side flashing. It is just a cool look when it comes to the overall moniker and illumination of the ID.Buzz. Now let's step inside of the Buzz. 54 cubic feet of just overall luxury, technology, and space. 54 cubic feet. That is insane up front. And will you guys check this out? Dune interior with leatherette, orange piping, perforated seats. I mean, how awesome is this? We have the big electrochromatic smart glass roof, which I will show you guys in just a moment. I mean, the wood grain trim, aluminum, the heritage floor mats, it's all here, guys. Check this out. 12.9 inch screen, the biggest they offer in the VW group. 12.9 inches. Let's talk about this, because first things first, look at the door paneling before we close it up. You'll see Dune all over with the orange moniker throughout as well. You will also see that we have a nice handle here to close. We have our door handle here in aluminum. We also have extra storage right here in this pull tab here. And then our trunk release here, with our speaker grills here, and extra storage or cup holders down there with a nice step in as well. And then I talked about those heritage floor mats you guys will see as well, looking really cool with the ID.Buzz moniker on the tag. And you guys will see our pause and play button, because there's no like accelerator, right? I mean, well, it is accelerated, there's no gas pedal. So since they do brake, it's pause and that brings it to life. And then you press play and that's how you're going, all right? So really cool thing. One of those cool things. Now, when it comes to the mirrors, or not the mirrors, the windows, keep in mind that there's one button to control them all. So, well, we have this button here up front. And when I say one button, that's how I roll down the front window. If I press rear, that illuminates that, and I press it again, that roll backs that window. So keep in mind that you have these buttons here to do both sides. It is not 4 buttons. Well, let me do that again, there we go. All right, so just a heads up. Now let's close it up. We're into play. So as you guys can see, these seats are wonderful. Perforated leather seats, they're captain's chairs here. And captain's chairs means you got that floating armrest here. You can put down and adjust however you want it. All right, so with that said, they're super comfortable and they are heated and ventilated because they are perforated seats. So that means heating and cooling. Now, if you look up, you guys will see we have our big panoramic roof. This is the smart glass. Look at that. That's sliding it and closing it like the sunshade is closed. And then if I were to slide back, that's like opening the sunshade to let the light in. Electrochromatic between transparent and opaque, just with a touch of your fingertips. That's really cool. That's one of those things you gotta show off. Now, with that said, flat bottom steering wheel and the Dune moniker. And as you guys will see, we do have the nice chrome look when it comes to the airbag and a dark aluminum trim with the gloss black right here in the center, which you guys know for VW. But with this steering wheel, which is telescopic, so I can move it wherever I like to, and you guys will see that, well, my instrument cluster moves with me because, you know, I gotta always see that. Well, you have touches here, touch sensitive pads on both sides. Radio controls and cruise control. On this side, you have your heated steering wheel, voice controls, and you have your view where you can change the layout and what you have when it comes to this overall screen right here. All right, so you can go left and right, up and down, and do everything there when it comes to changing the layout and the information here. All right, so keep that in mind when it comes to the overall setup and getting that personalized how you like it. Now we have our windshield washer controls, and we also have our high beam controls here as well, where we have our drive selector right here. Yeah, it's a little different because if I put my foot on the pause button and I flick this up, I'm in the drive now, I'm ready to go. If I flick it back, I'm in the neutral. If I flick it all the way back, I'm in the reverse, backup camera shows up. Then if I press P, we're in park. All right, so it says goodbye, thinking I'm getting out, right? So that's something to get used to, something different, right? I put my foot on the pause button and it brought it back to life because it feels like I'm about to get ready to go again. If I look over here to the left-hand side, you will see that we do have our haptic panel here when it comes to our lighting elements. So you guys will turn on the lights, the LED light bar, low beams and everything there as well. All right, we can keep it on auto, max front and rear for our HVAC, and a little extra coin storage right there as well with orange Dune wood grain trim and aluminum here as well. Beautiful viewable because a nice flat dashboard here with, again, that A-pillar showing glass, letting you know that you can get a nice viewable here and those blind spots are gone. And then that big hump there is for all of your radar technology and all that kind of stuff packed into there. Going seamlessly across, you guys will see that wood grain trim, aluminum, and our HVAC vents here with the extra storage right here above the glove box, which looks really cool to match with the coin storage. And then the orange going across as well. You also have the glove box here. And then over on this side, USB-C plug-ins, but you also have a wireless charger that's integrated right here. So you put your phone in here and actually charge your phone by just sitting there. Cool, right? HVAC vents right here. We can also open and close our sliding doors from right here. Yeah, our passenger sliding doors, we can open and close them here, or we can turn them off and lock them. Now you will also see cup holders here, or you can probably put something back there for a little extra storage. But if you need more storage, right here, all right, that's in our central tunnel console here, whatever you want to call it. It is one of those things to where it's crazy because you can pick this up. Well, there's a clip back here, but you can pick it up and move it off and just completely take it off. So it feels like a console, but it doesn't at the same time. You have extra storage here. You have partitions. That is a ice scraper. All right. And I can never put these on good. And then a bottle cap opener. Again, just this thing is very quirky and full of Easter eggs and cool things. Now, yeah, I'm never good at putting these back in here. But yeah, we're going to just set that there for now. All right. And then the 12.9-inch screen with the user interface that you guys are going to love. With this MMI system and this virtual cockpit inside of this car, it's just insane. So you have the touch sensitive buttons right here for your climate, and your radio controls here for your volume. You can turn off the screen here as well. Cool. Climate down here is going to be your climate control, as you guys will see. Then we have our climate here, but we have our heated and ventilated seats we can do right here on this bottom part as well. Press that, and we're in the charging immediately, where you guys can see recommended charge is 80%. So I just set it to 80% just by dragging it there. But if I want to go 100% because I'm going on a trip, I'll just slide that to 100% so we can charge all the way up. You can also see we have optimization when it comes to charging. We have locations, and we also have settings, different things you can do when it comes to charging to reduce or increase your charging. Now you will also see up top, we have our customization bar. So you gotta have your hotkeys here that you can add. So I have radio, I have my phone, and I have navigation up here, the temperature. Also, you have your messages, 4G, your time, everything's up there as well. If I press this button here, it gives us the full menus here. When it comes to everything like navigation, vehicle, charging, I can easily slide it over here. Ambient lighting, drive modes, seats, sound, climate, it's all here. And it's just with the flick of my finger. Slide that down for brightness there. I mean, come on, it is just so cool and simple how everything is used here. And I love the system. I mean, it's intuitive. The UI is friendly. It is easy to use. It is responsive. It's here. Now look up top, SOS button. All right. You guys will also see where I slid my finger for the electrochromatic glass. Dome lights there as well. We do have our digital rearview mirror here as well. Part of an option you will see, and a big visor with a light and mirror as well. Wow. This is the ID.Buzz first edition. This is gorgeous, and we haven't even gotten to the back yet. And when it comes to being a passenger in the ID.Buzz, well, you get a lot of space, good for ingress and egress. You also get a lot of comfort and gadgets and technology. It's just a great place to be. So let's open her up. Normally I do the key fob, open and slide. There's like 5 ways to get in and out of these automatic sliding doors. I'll show you guys all of them. Look at this beautiful dude interior in the rear, like up front. 60 cubic feet of space when it comes to the second row passengers. And you have around, I want to say it's 39 cubic feet of space in the third row. Now with the third row folded down, I'm not going to show you much back there, but you guys can see the seats here. Same perforation, same honeycomb look. Everything that you guys know and love is back there as well. Just like up front, we did already see what's on the sides of the third row. You guys will see the heritage mats in the rear as well, all the way through. And check this out, looking gorgeous. As you guys will see, it is, I mean, it's a work of art inside of here. The same honeycomb perforated leather for the dune, orange stitching, orange piping. You have your phone storage here, which you could always put your phone here, watch some Netflix or something, have it sitting up. You can also have the perforated leather backing here with the extra storage. It's the same on both sides with these captain's chairs. Now you will also see our glove box for our rear seat passengers is right here for our extra storage. All right. And then you will also see that we do have access to the back, but no specific armrest here when it comes to the third row, but plenty of space because of the flat floor, so you guys can get very comfortable back here. You will also see our HVAC screens here with our LED lighting, and you guys will see our HVAC vent there as well. We also have a pull to pull up or out of, coming inside it or out of this nice beautiful interior. Now with that said, you'll also see a couple other ways to close the door. So here's one. Since that's going off, we'll get rid of that. And the door is closed. We also have our speaker grill here, our heated seat controls here as well. And we also have the nice moniker done in orange, all right, with the same kind of grayish look here. USB-C plug-in as well. And then extra storage down there too. Tons of space, right? We also have, yes, our window button to control our window cutout here as well. How cool is that? Now, I did say there's a couple different ways to get in and out of this model. So this is a door handle here. You pull that, the door sliding back. This is also a door handle or button. You push that, it's sliding back. How cool is that? You can also use the button on the key fob to open up the rear doors. You also, as I showed you, have the buttons up there, or you can use the regular handle. So it's just a cool thing to see when it comes to this. So this will be your handle, slide back. It's just, how awesome is that? And then again, we can close it by just pressing the button. I just love this. It's so gimmicky, but it is so cool at the same time. This is just a great place to be. I mean, and then the electrochromatic glass roof, all the natural lighting is in here. Wow, I'm always in awe when I get in the back of an ID.Buzz. This is something serious when it comes to this interior. Now let's break down the sticker of the 2025 ID.Buzz First Edition, an energetic orange and candy white exterior with a 91 kilowatt battery and a dune interior with leatherette. Because we start life at $65,495, and we only really have one real option here with a $1,550 destination charge that's going to bring our total price to $67,885. Now, how do we get there? Well, our energetic orange and candy white exterior with our dune leatherette interior, that is free of charge, free $99. It's included. Now, the auto-dimming rearview mirror with HomeLink Connect 4-year app subscription, that is $405. You also have what I mentioned, the 2-in-1 240 volt and 120 volt mobile EV charging cable at $350. Now, Volkswagen prepaid scheduled maintenance contract, that's $85 with the 3-year Electrify America Pass Plus membership, no charge. So with that said, you get all of this standard when it comes to performance, when it comes to exterior, the first edition features, the interior, the safety and driver assistance, and the technology and convenience. Make sure you guys pause, screenshot, zoom in, see whatever you need to see. Even check the link in the description so you guys can get the full sticker breakdown of this ID.Buzz First Edition, because there's a lot to go over here. And keep in mind, your warranty is 4 years, 50,000, whichever comes first, with a battery warranty of 8 years or 100,000 miles, whichever comes first. So what do you guys think about the ID.Buzz? So at $67,885, how you guys feeling about this first edition for the 2025 model year? Do you guys love this spec inside and out and everything that the Buzz can do? Drop those comments down below. Now, if you guys did enjoy the video today, well, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. But also make sure you guys check that link down in the description below for Volkswagen Brandon's website link. Their phone number's down there. Give them a call and get this beautiful Buzz out there on the streets today. Now, make sure you guys also subscribe to the channel, but click that notification bell so you don't miss one video. And we will see you guys in the next one. Peace.